Let's get started. We'll start today by finding a comfortable seat on the mat. Be sure to pull the flesh away from the sit bones so that you're feeling stable and sturdy. Bring the navel in towards the spine, and then allow the crown of the head to reach towards the sky. Draw the shoulder blades together and down the back, so we're drawing them together and pressing them down. Place the hands on the thighs, palms up, and close your eyes. Begin to become aware of your breath and just allow the breath to flow in through the nose and out through the nose. If you're able, we are in allergy season, so if you're stuffy, just use your mouth. We want to bring the breath into balance by making the inhale the same length as the exhale. So if you inhale for a count of 4, you would exhale for a count of 4. If you inhale for a count of 6, you would exhale for a count of 6, and so on. Each person's rate of breath could be different from each other, and that's perfectly fine. Remember, this is your practice. I'm here to guide you. With each inhale, allow the spine to grow tall. And then as you exhale, keep the length in the spine. Just begin to allow the body to soften. Bring your hands together at your heart, and we'll breathe together 3 times. On the 3rd exhale, we'll share the sound of Om. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And for the 3rd time together, inhale. Bow your head. Place the hands on the thighs. Softly open your eyes, looking forward. So we'll start today by warming up the neck. Root down through your sit bones. Create as much length in the spine as you can. Your chin is parallel to the mat or tilted slightly forward so that the back of the neck is nice and long. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, turn to look towards your left. On the inhale, come back to center. And then as you exhale, turn to look to the right. 2 more on each side. When you finish, you can bring your head and neck back to neutral. Press down through your sit bones. As you inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. On the exhale, lower that left ear towards the left shoulder. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, back up. 2 more on each side. When you finish, bring that head and neck back to neutral. So the hands are on your knees. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, round the spine towards the space behind you. And then on the inhale, allow that belly to come forward, the back arches. exhale, round your spine. Inhale, belly comes forward. Come back to a neutral neck, neutral spine. Place the left hand by your side. Press down through the sit bones. On the inhale, lengthen the spine as the right arm reaches towards the sky. On the exhale, begin to tip to your left. Bow out those right ribs. Feel the stretch in the side body. Slowly bring yourself back up, placing that right hand by your side. Root down through your sit bones. As you inhale, lengthen the spine as the left arm reaches towards the sky. As you exhale, begin to tip to the right, bowing out those left ribs. Slowly bring yourself back up. Place the hands on the knees. Close your eyes. Come back to that balanced breath if it's gotten away from you. Open your eyes. Take the left hand behind your left hip. Keep the spine tall, no leaning back here. Right hand comes to the top of the left knee. Root down through your sit bones. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, begin to twist to your left. The twist starts in the belly and then moves up. The last thing to turn is the head. Press down through those sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, slowly come back to center. Take that right hand behind the right hip, tall spine. Left hand to the top of that right knee. Press down through your sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, twist to the right. Root down. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, slowly bring yourself back to center. We're going to move into a forward fold. Seated forward folds can be very challenging if you have low back issues. So I want you to make sure that you just do the pose to your ability. So from seated, as you inhale, arms sweep up. As you exhale, hinge from the hips folding forward. So you're not rounding the spine here. You're just hinging, folding forward. When you get to the point where you feel like your back wants to round, just bring the hands down to the mat. Then, as you inhale, lengthen. And then as you exhale, maybe you can walk the hands out a little further. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Start to walk the hands back towards the body, coming back up to Sukhasana. Switch the cross of the legs, readjust the sit bones. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Get to the point where you feel like you want to round that back. Hands come to the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Stopping when you need to stop. Walk the hands back towards the body, coming back to Sukhasana. Let's come to all fours, hands and knees. When we're on all fours, The knees are just hip width apart. They're slightly behind your hips. Hands are slightly forward of your shoulders, and they are just shoulder width apart. The tops of the feet are flat on the floor. So notice how if I'm just hanging out here, I have this big arch in my back. If you're like that as well, I want you to draw the navel in and just tuck the tailbone slightly. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, shift your hips to your heels, your chest to your thighs, coming to extended child's pose. Elbows are up off of the mat. As you inhale, come up all fours. Exhale, back to child's pose. Inhale, up all fours. Continue moving with your balanced breath at your own pace. If you're ever practicing with me and there's a pose that you can't do for any particular reason, if you can't think of a modification, just contact me after class or, oh yeah, because I can't see the chat from here. My eyes are so bad. But just send me a message and I can help you come up with modifications. The next time you come to child's pose, pause there, keeping your elbows up off of the mat. Take a breath in. As you exhale, start to walk your hands out to the left, and you're going to bow out the right ribs here. So press that right hip back. Feel the stretch from that right armpit going down the side of the body. Here, you're going to press down through the left hand and then sweep that right arm up towards the sky, twisting open. Breathing here. Lower that right hand. Walk your hands back to center. As you inhale, come up all fours. Exhale back, child's pose. Inhale up all fours. Exhale back, child's pose. The next time you shift back to child's pose, pause there. Elbows up off of the mat. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, walk the hands out to the right. This time, bowing out those left ribs. Feel the stretch from that left armpit going down the side of the body. And then press down through the right hand and begin to twist to the left as the left arm reaches towards the sky. Lower the left hand back down to the mat. Walk your hands back to center. Bring yourself up all fours. From here, step your right foot forward between the hands. As you inhale, the arms sweep up as the hips press down towards the mat. So here we want to avoid a big arch in the back. So we're drawing the navel in, hips press towards the ground, gaze up towards the sky. Lower both hands to the inside of your right foot. So here you can press the knee into the foot. The knee into the shoulder, shoulder into the knee. And then sweep the left arm up towards the sky as you twist to the left. Lower the left hand to the mat. Begin to twist to the right, reaching the right arm to the sky. Try not to let your right knee wing out to the right here. Focus on your breath. Lower your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Shift your hips back. Allow the right toes to come up and hinge forward here. Shift the body forward, placing the foot back on the mat. Step your right knee back to meet your left. Shift back to child's pose. Inhale up, all fours. Exhale back. Inhale up. The next time you come to all fours, pause there. Step the left foot forward between the hands. On the inhale, arms sweep up, hips lower towards the mat. You're also pressing down through the top of that right foot here. Breathe. Lower the hands to the inside of that left foot. Press the knee into the shoulder, shoulder into the knee. Begin to twist to the right as you reach the right arm towards the sky. Lower the right hand back to your mat. Begin to twist to the left, reaching the left arm to the sky. Try not to let this left knee wing out to the left. Lower the left hand to the outside of the left foot. Shift those hips back, coming up onto the heel of that left foot, and hinge forward. Shift the body forward once again. Step that left knee back to meet the right. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, shift back to child's pose and rest here. So you can lower your elbows to the mat. You could cross the forearms in front of you and rest your forehead, or bring your arms back by your legs. Take this opportunity to come back to the balanced breath. Bring yourself up to standing. We'll stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. So stand with your feet just femur width apart. Your feet should be parallel to each other, so they should look like an 11. Sorry, I just had a little kink in my neck there. The hips are stacked on your knees stacked on ankles. So again, if you get that big arch in your back, draw the navel in, tailbone towards the heels. Shoulder blades together and down the back. The chin is parallel to the mat or tilted slightly forward, again to make the back of the neck nice and long. On the inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, arms lower. You're moving with your breath here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. If you're unable to bring the arms all the way up, just do the pose to your ability. Oftentimes I'll have students that have one injured shoulder, and so maybe they'll be doing arm raises with one arm. I'd rather you do them with no arms if you have an injury, because you don't want to create an imbalance. So what I suggest, if you have one injured arm and you can't do arm raises, instead of arm raises, open and close the fists. So inhale, open. Exhale, close. So that's if you can't do arm raises. The next time the arms are by your sides, pause there. We're going to just make some nice big circles with the shoulders going backwards. And they're kind of exaggerated big circles. And then let's reverse the direction. Good. Let the arms become still, and then bring your arms out so that the palms are parallel to the floor. Cross your left arm over the right as high as you can, and then bend your elbows. Maybe you can bring that right hand around one more time so the palms touch, or maybe the backs of the hands touch. Either way is fine. Start to draw the fingertips up towards the ceiling, and then press those fingertips to where the wall meets the ceiling in front of you. Breathe here, Garudasana arms, eagle pose arms. Bring the hands back in towards your face. Lower the hands away from the ceiling and carefully unwind. Bring your arms by your sides. Make some circles going backwards and then forwards. Extend the arms out nice and long again. This time we'll do the opposite. So the left over the right, bend those, oh no, that's what I just did, right? Do the opposite. Yeah, I think it's right over left, bend the elbows. Yes, this is correct. Stay just like this, or maybe you can get that left hand around so the palms touch. Either way is fine. Navel in, tailbone towards the ground, crown of the head towards the sky. Fingertips reach up towards the ceiling, and then press to where the wall meets the ceiling in front of you. Bring the hands back in towards the face. Lower them away from the sky. Carefully unwind. Lower your arms by your sides. Big circles going backwards and forwards. And let those arms become still. Next, you're going to stand in Tadasana. Take your arms behind you, clasp the hands together, shoulder blades together and down your back. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, begin to hinge from the hips, folding forward. Your clasped fists reach towards the sky. Focus on your breath here. Press down through the feet to bring yourself up. Give yourself a big hug. And then give yourself a big hug going the other way. Bring your arms by your sides. So if you're near a wall for this, you can absolutely have a hand on the wall for balance or not, and you can practice more on balance. So standing in Tadasana, you'll shift your weight to your right foot and then bend the left knee. See if you can reach back with the hand and grasp the top of the left foot, and then you're just pulling that heel into the glute to stretch the quad. Lower the left foot. Shift the weight over to that left foot. Pick up the right foot, bend the knee, and see if you can reach back and just grab the foot, pulling it in towards the glute to stretch your quad. Good. Lower that foot. This time, we'll shift our weight over towards the right foot, always keeping the knee soft. And then lift the left foot in front of you, drawing the knee into the chest and hugging that knee into the chest. Just breathe here. Good. Lower the left foot. Shift the weight over to the left foot. Soft knee. Right foot lifts, hug it into the chest. Lower the right foot. Stand at the top of the mat. As you inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Relax the head and neck here. You can keep bent knees if you'd like. Place the hands on the hips. Press down through the feet to come up. Arms by your sides. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Relax the head and neck here. Hands come to the hips. Press down through the feet to come up. One more time, arms by your sides. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Relax the head and neck here. Bring the hands to the hips. Press down through the feet to come up. So we're going to take a nice wide stance on the mat. Outer edges of the feet are parallel to the outer edges of the mat, so the feet still look like an 11. On the inhale, arms sweep up. And then as you exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Bring the hands to the ground, and if you can't quite get them there, you can bend your knees, put blocks under your hands, or both. Relax the head and neck here, Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. So while we're here, we're going to stretch the inner thighs. So begin to bend your left knee and just shift the body over to the left as you feel the stretch on the inner part of your leg. Remember to breathe. Bring yourself back to center. Bend the right knee, shift over to the right. Inner thigh stretch of that left foot or left leg. Back to center. Hands come to the hips. Press down through the feet to come up. So we're going to come up on the heel of that left foot. Toes turn in slightly. Come up on the heel of the right foot. Toes turn out 90 degrees. Torso faces front. Arms parallel to your mat. Gaze out over the right fingertips. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, let the right knee bend, coming to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. A few important things to note. Make sure that the right knee is not jutting out past your ankle. We want to make sure we're using our leg muscles to take the weight instead of the knee. Sometimes this bent knee will fall in towards your big toe. We want it to track towards the pinky toe here. Root down through the outer edge of your back foot. Arms are strong and active, or hands come to the hips. Perfectly acceptable modification here. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Bend your right elbow. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, tip to the right, bringing the forearm to the thigh. So the palm is facing the ceiling. The left arm can slide so that the bicep is right over the ear, or the hand can be on the hip. Whatever allows you to keep an open chest. So what you don't want to be doing is this. You don't want to be turned towards the floor with your arm up. Instead, you would place the hand on the hip, chest open, and if you're able, you can extend that left arm. Press down through your feet. Use the left hand to bring yourself back up to Virabhadrasana 2. As you inhale, straighten the right leg, lower your arms, bring your feet to parallel. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge. Relax the head and neck here. Hands come to the hips. Press down through the feet to come up. This time we'll come up on the heel of that right foot. Toes turn in slightly. Come up on the heel of that left foot. Toes turn out 90 degrees. Arms come parallel to the ground. Gaze out over those left fingertips. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bend the left knee. Breathe here. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Bend that left elbow. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, tip to the left, forearm to the thigh. Slide the right arm so that the bicep is over the ear, or place the hand on the hip. Press down through the feet. Use that right hand, bring yourself back up. Straighten the left leg, lower your arms, feet come back to parallel. One more time, inhale, arms sweep up, exhale, hinge. So today's class really is a full body yoga class. We stretch almost every part, and of course I will be uploading this on YouTube. It will be a gentle yoga full body, and it's a great one to practice multiple times here and there because you're hitting multiple parts of the body. So from here, we're going to take our feet back to just femur width apart, and we're going to come to lay down on our bellies. Once you get there, you can just cross the forearms in front of you, rest your forehead. Bend your knees. And just let those legs sway from side to side. Massage those quads. Let the legs become still and rotate the ankles. Reverse the direction of that ankle rotation. Keep the knees bent, point the toes, and then you'll flex the feet. Point and flex. One more time. Point those toes, flex the feet. Bring the feet to neutral. Lower them down to the mat. So the tops of the feet are on the ground. Bring your arms by your sides. The palms face the sky. As you inhale, your head, chest, and arms simultaneously lift up off of your mat. As you exhale, lower. Inhale, head, chest, arms, lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more here. When you finish, just lower down, cross the forearms in front of you, and rest the forehead. When you lift, resist the urge to look forward. Keep the back of the neck nice and long. Bring the arms back by your sides, palms face the sky. We're going to add the legs this time. So when I teach yoga, it's pretty rare that we point the toes. In this pose, we will. We're going to actively point the toes, which means we're like actively reaching the toes towards the space behind us. So as you inhale, head, chest, arms, and legs simultaneously lift up off of the mat. And as you exhale, lower. Inhale, head, chest, arms, legs, lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more on your own. So I don't know if it was maybe 2 years ago, I went to that indoor skydiving place, and this is what it is right here. It's this pose. So if you like this pose, you might like indoor skydiving. Lift and lower one more time. When you finish, lower down, roll over onto your back, and hug the knees into your chest. Once you hug those knees in, you can rock gently from side to side, giving your low back a massage here. Become still, keep those knees hugged in, and then you're going to lower the feet to the ground. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Take the hands around that left thigh, draw the legs in. If you'd like, you can kind of nudge your right knee away with the right elbow. Lower the left foot to the mat, followed by the right, and then cross that left ankle over the right thigh. Hands go around the right thigh, draw the legs in. If you'd like, you can nudge the knee away with the elbow. Keeping that left ankle over the right thigh. Lower the right foot to the ground, followed by the left. Bring both knees into the chest, and then bring the arms out like a T, palms face the sky. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale, you're going to twist to the right. So you're bringing the legs over to the right, coming onto that right hip. The shoulders stay rooted to the earth. Now, for some of us, that left shoulder is going to pop up and it's going to be kind of hanging in space. If that's you, I want you to just bend your elbow and place the hand on the rib cage to protect your shoulder. Some days mine is rooted and some days it isn't. If you'd like, you can turn your head to the left. Start to draw the legs back up, head and neck come back to neutral. On the next exhale, we'll tip the legs over to the left. So we're twisting, no need to hold the feet in the air or anything like that. If it's okay for you, you can turn that head to the right. Start to draw the knees back up, head and neck come back to neutral. Lower the soles of the feet to your mat. Bring your arms by your sides, palms face the floor. Draw the pelvic floor up and the navel in. Engage both glutes. Press down through the feet and lift the hips. And then on your exhale, lower the hips. Inhale, hips lift. Exhale, hips lower. When you lift, make sure that the knees aren't jutting out past your ankles. The next time you lower the hips, pause there. Bring your arms out like a T, palms face the sky. Extend that right leg nice and long. You can keep the left knee bent if you'd like. Flex the right foot, and as you inhale, the right leg lifts. Exhale, right leg lowers until it almost touches the ground. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. See if you can do 5 more on your own here. And then when you finish, you can just lower that right leg to the ground. So when you finish, you're going to lower the right leg and then bend the right knee, placing that foot on the mat. Extend the left leg long. Flex the foot. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, it lowers until it almost touches the ground. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 5 more on your own. When you finish, you can lower the left foot and then bend the left knee, bringing that foot to the ground. Draw the knees in. Right hand comes to the right knee, left hand to the left knee. As you inhale, knees pull away from your chest, your arms straighten. As you exhale, pull those knees in. Inhale, knees pull away from your chest. Exhale, draw them in. 3 more here. Give your knees one last squeeze, and we'll begin to transition into Shavasana. Please grab anything that you need to be comfortable. Once you have what you need, you'll just lay on your back, legs extended out nice and long. And if there's a different position that's better for you, that's fine as well. When we are in Shavasana, it's all about relaxing. We want to be as comfortable as possible. So allow those feet to just flop open. Bring your arms by your sides, palms face the sky. Arms are a few inches away from the body. Relax your jaw by creating a space between the top and bottom rows of teeth, and let the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. Let the eyes just rest in their sockets. Resist the urge to make subtle movements. Allow the natural breath to take over and rest in Shavasana. Slowly start to deepen the breath, becoming aware of your body and becoming aware of the space around you. Start to make subtle movements that feel good, like wiggling the fingers and toes. You can rotate through those wrists and the ankles. Turn the head gently from side to side and stretch through the arms and the legs like you're just waking up. Nice full body stretch. Roll to the right side in the fetal position and we'll stay there for a few breaths. Keeping the eyes closed, if you'd like, use those arms to bring yourself back up to a comfortable seated position facing the front of the room. And once you get there, you can bring your hands together at your heart. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you have ease and well-being. Namaste. Thank you all very much.